This Metatainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Watches of Ben68 for more information. Warning: this podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
Thank you for listening to or watching the UDU Podcast. This is UDU number 89, presented by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, More Cheese, and me, Ben68, featuring co-host Dak, Joelives, TheAgency, Tibby, 125, members from the Upland Development United Team, and of course, general Upland community members. Now, I kind of give Cheese a little bit of a heads up about this before we kicked off, but today's show is sponsored by me, Ben68, and my quest to get the funds together to buy a new laptop before this old donkey of mine finally lunches itself. She's on the way out. I've got big patches of blurred out pixels. It's all happening. So currently in the Samurai Aquatics and Decor showroom at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, you'll see that there are 45 gnomes listed for sale for $19.99, and that's inclusive after fees. That's already one hell of a deal at an equivalent saving of around 6,000 UPEX under mint price. However, to sweeten it even further, for every gnome sold, I will also send each and every buyer 6,800 UPEX. That makes them almost half of mint price, and it stacks up. For example, if you buy 10 gnomes, according to my quick math, I'll send you 68,000 UPEX. Once again, that's all going down at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco. And while you're there, why not pick yourself up some quality UGC outdoor decor for the little terrors. Yes, I need some funds, and we're not allowed to sell UPEX OTC. So here we go. We'll give it a shot. With all of that said, today's show is recording live on either Tuesday the 14th, Valentine's Day, or Wednesday the 15th of February, depending on where you're at. How you doing this morning, Jesus?
I'm saving lives.
There you go. All good in the hood? No sandwiches today?
No. Jesus, that's a different one. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, that'll all make sense a bit later on. I had fun putting the thumbnail together for today's show, and yeah, you'll see that later. Right, today we'll be going through our co-host segments. Of course, we'll be catching up on some crypto and Upland news and events to get us and you up to speed with some of the highs and lows from the week that was, and we'll be in and around the Upland Metaverse. We'll also attempt to digest the grease and the drama associated with both the UGC and the partner Carnival outdoor decor structure ornament sales. We'll do a bit of speculation and a bit of sticky beaking about the apparent imminent release of São Paulo City. We'll review and reflect on what we know so far about neighborhood collection spawning, and we'll also go into UDU cult mode at the news that there is now a confirmed pathway for previously dead properties in Upland to be resurrected and reminted. Ergo, good morning, cheeses. Yes. To wrap up the show, we'll be giving away either 6,000 or 12,000 UPEX from last week's weekly challenge. We'll give away 5,000 UPEX from another QIPS submission, and one of our live participants will have their shot at the 1 million UPEX wheels. I think it was Dak last week, wasn't it? And Dak did remember that he remembered to drop the code phrase before the first wheel started rolling, and that got him a bonus mulligan spin on the final 1 million wheel. Of course, that's all assuming that you didn't already claim the 1 million. All right, let's get stuck into the Breaking Badly news as we do, and take a quick look at what's happening in some of the crypto and Upland markets. We've got a bit of blood back in the streets. Yum, yum, gobble, gobble. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Yes. So I bring this up here. So the global crypto market cap last week, am I on screen share? Yes, I am. Last week we're at over 1 trillion and 69 billion, 4.6% drop this week, down to just over 1 trillion. And the Bitcoin dominance has had a bit of a boost. Am I on screen share? I can't see the usual stuff.
Yeah, you are.
I got a weird different.
You can't see
I don't know what's happening there. I can't see Jack. All right, we'll continue.
Put your pointer to the left.
To the left, to the left. No, I'm scared if I do that, I'll break something. So we'll see.
Okay.
But in the crypto, look at that. Look at all that red. Bitcoin down 4.3%, just over 22,000. Ethereum down 6.2%. Wax 8.5.
Well, we're shooting down alien things all over the place.
The UFOs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna.
Yes. Look, what else? Solana's down. Avalanche is down, was $20 last week, just under $18 this week. And look, I patched in all your zeros for your Shiba,
Thanking you.
even though it rounds off on that final digit, but we'll see. And Gala down a whopping 18.6%, was 0.051 last week, down to 0.043. What are you thinking here? You were saying moonshot. I was saying more blood.
This is hardly any blood in the street, Ben.
Temporary blip. Temporary blip.
I get it. I get it. You want to be right, but you're not.
Not
Jesus,
yet.
right. Jesus saves. Jesus
Not
saves.
yet. Not yet. Yeah. All right. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But yes.
Wait, what was the one that I recently purchased? That I had to go through Kraken.
Mana.
We don't have
Yes.
that there.
No. We should probably patch those in, but it's getting a bit out of control, this thing.
I know it is getting out of control.
There we go.
See, there you go, Shaq. Gala is up 200% or something over the month.
Over the month, yeah, that's the longer term time. There we go. I've got my normal screen back. Wow, what did that take? 3 minutes for my laptop to sort itself out. Yes, yeah, we're only looking at these on a week by week basis, and as we always say, with any of these sort of things, it always pays to scroll out. Yeah, I'm still dollar cost averaging daily. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there. In Upland, it's still tracking down. That's been pretty consistent. 2% drop on both the 90-day average transaction volume and the trading volume. It's pretty consistent, that 2-4% drop week on week. The unique active wallets. Last week I said if the final number was going to be a 180, I was going to call shenanigans. Well, last week unique active wallets was 64,180. This week we're at 61,780. I don't know. It's 80 every time. No, I don't know. It still seems a bit weird there. And the last figure, I can't read that one.
Aliens.
Can you read that
where?
last one, choose the total unminted properties?
Last week 382,000. This week 377,000. 378,000 rounded up. Change of minus 4,233.
Okay, I think that was pretty similar to last week. So we might be averaging like 4,000 properties minted a week. So
I can't stop yawning. Some more coffee.
Nice. And the Upland city markets, what do we got? We got red, we got green.
It's Christmas.
We're all over the shop. Again, I can't see those bottom two, but what do we?
Bottom.
San Francisco's up on the USD a little bit, pushing $13. Pretty flat on the UPX. Manhattan's down touch. Yeah.
Hey, Kai. Yeah, I mean,
Flat in the Bronx, flat in Rio.
yeah, we need some big news is what it is. I mean, we're getting drips and drabs. We need that huge, like, saving grace touchdown win.
Do you think like a proper official announcement about Sao Paulo would do it?
No.
Nope.
It's just another city opening. I mean, I'm excited for it, but we need something else, in my opinion. Speaking of football,
Oh,
did anybody bet on the Chiefs to win? I know I bet five whole bucks on the parlay and I won 20
Nice.
bucks. Yeah, baby.
nicely done. All I heard was on the Bill Burr podcast last night that there was a bit of controversy associated with the last play or something. That's all that I knew. Was it a catch?
A
Was it not
holding. I think it
catch
was a holding
or something.
or something. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead, Rob.
I was just going to say that is correct.
Mm.
Questionable hold.
Questionable hold. The player that held admitted he did it, Kachow says in chat. Oh, that is greasy. Wow. All right. Where are we up to? Oh, do you, Cheese? What's been happening in Upland this week?
Oh my God, so many things. Jeez, where do I begin? Hold on.
That was an evil chuckle.
The Mangueira sale, the C Prada helped me out.
Mangueira.
Mangueira. Am I saying it right? No, probably not.
Mangueira.
Mangueira sale. Carnival comes to Upland. So they extended the registration time. So you could still register today, and it is tomorrow. I think it's like 6 a.m. PT, which is wow, 7 a.m. for me.
Midnight for me, so I'll be sleeping through. What time does that equate to in Brazil? Must be favorable.
It's 5. What's the EST time?
6 a.m. PT.
6 a.m. PT plus 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
I'd still rather have 12 a.m. Ben. Like your Arizona times, your Australia times are ideal for me when it's in midnight.
Oh, I'd probably whine about it no matter what time it was. So.
Yeah, you probably would. You probably would. I'm looking at the block explorers, and they look pretty cool, but you can't really distinguish what the difference is between the common, the rare, and the epic, except for like maybe the hat and the feathering behind them is a little bigger, but it's very, very discreet.
Yeah,
I would like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I heard Goldsmith. He kind of went into details with that. Was it yesterday's Cafe Nightly show?
Yeah. Well, I think he's just mad that it's not the women and it's the men. I'm just kidding. Or is it? I can't really. Well, the first one doesn't have a mustache. The first green one.
Jeez,
So
you're hilarious. I keep telling you to sit up more. I hassle Cheese every time to sit up more, and you're disappearing lower and lower and lower.
I'm looking at the screen to see. I do like the green. Green is my favorite color, so I might actually try for that. But the actual ornaments I really like. I think they're beautiful. I'm going to try and get as many as possible. I know we have Musita and C Prada here. What do you guys think of the ornaments for?
They look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's related to what the real Mangueira is doing in this carnival this year.
The
So
Zamba school thing, right?
yeah, I have to watch the carnival this year, but I think the design is the same of the Mangueira is doing in the real life.
Oh, that's cool. That's
yeah.
good to know. Yeah.
That's why they said that it's only 2023, because next year Mangueira is going to change the whole thing, so you won't see
Ooh.
this again. So
Nice. So that's a good thing. That you have
yeah.
like this is gonna be rare. This is gonna be
Yeah,
something
it's
that
not
you will
it's
see.
not like Christmas that every year is a red old guy.
So what you're saying is that I better drag my ass out of bed and try and gobble up a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
All right. It's gonna be
Uh,
a rough
And
what-
day.
maybe we have more than one Sunday school next year. I don't know, because we have a lot here, not just Mangueira.
Do you know how to
Mangueira is
samba?
like Porto in Portugal.
You know how
we
to
have
samba,
more-
Musita?
No, I don't know how to.
You don't? Oh, I know how to salsa and bachata and merengue, but I don't know how to samba.
Samba is hard. I
It's hard.
just drink.
Me too.
Oh.
That's the
Oh,
best part.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, let's
Absolutely.
see. So it was brought to my attention this morning, a few minutes ago, that you can catch Cupid in the Catch Cupid challenge.
Yes.
I usually won't do the challenge if it's not where I currently am, and this time it's currently where I am. So the cities that is there is Chicago, Arlington, Detroit, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island. Why Staten Island? San Francisco, Santa Clara, Oakland, and Porto. So it's a hunting thing. It's the players will join the new competitive treasure hunting spawn in each city. Each of 3 hunts has different Cupid treasures to find, and players will receive small UPX rewards for each Cupid found, as well as a chance to win a block explorer. Now, I've done a few of these before, and I remember getting bored after the first 2, but I still got a block explorer. So even if you don't want to do it long term, just try one and you may have a chance to win. The block explorers, the treasures look really scary. They look like grown men dressed in diapers.
They do.
Right? Don't they? Oh my God. But I like that makes me want the block explorer more. And then like if you look at the golden block explorer, I love the way they made the boobs indentation on the baby. Like as if it's muscular, like a hardened muscular chest.
Wow.
Scroll down a bit to the golden one.
Yeah, that one.
No, go down.
Oh,
down.
yes. Wow.
Yes, look at the
Yes.
you got
Beefcake.
the indentations. Beefcake baby is what it should be called. Baby fat rolls. Fat rolls would have been cute. That looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger chest or something. Like the baby did some like what's the opposite of push-ups? The chest
Pull-ups or something.
you laying on your back and you're pushing.
Oh, the bench press.
Yes. Bench press babies. So yeah, you should try for that. And see, I mean, is there anything really else out there in Upland today?
There's a few bits and pieces that we'll cover on the back end. I mean, we'll dive into the Mangueira sale and the UGC structure sale. We'll dive into that a bit later on. As I said, we're going to get a little bit greasy because there is a bit of grease associated with it. So, if that's all you've got, we might head on over to TB 125 for some legits news, if you're there, mate.
Hello, I am indeed. Hope you're all doing well this morning. Your latest legit information is here, sponsored by me of Fremont Fanatics, and we're at 1120 Sharon Road in Las Vegas. If you want to come over and buy stuff, we're just in the process of stocking up with a whole bunch of new super affordable FIFA legits. On the FIFA legits fronts, I've had an obscene number of requests for people trying to sell them this week. No idea why, like into the thousands. So that's been keeping me pretty busy. There's been some wacky things as well. People trying to sell things that are worth like 500 UPX for $300 and that kind of thing. So it's been a bit of a challenging week on the meta venture management front, just trying to keep everybody happy because people don't like it when you turn their things down as well. But there we go.
Well, I'd just say too, I guess that's a good insight into what it takes to run one of these resale meta ventures. Like it's a little bit different with the outdoor decor where we're kind of just doing our own thing. But if you're running a resale one, like the legits or the soccer or whatever, yeah, don't underestimate how much work's involved.
Yeah, it takes quite a lot. And I mean, if you want me to do a little dive into that at some point, I'll happily talk everybody through what it looks like on the back end or something. It's so anyone who's applying can get an idea of what they might be letting themselves in for. It's certainly not an easy money situation, that much I can assure you of.
Yep.
But yeah, on the FIFA front, it's all been pretty quiet this week. I've had a few sales, but nothing too exciting. It's just all mostly new players coming in and buying up smaller, more affordable things, which is good in a way because it gives them an opportunity to get some stuff and get into the game. The soccer side, there's not really much to report this week. NFLPA stuff really where it's all at, thanks to the Super Bowl. I stupidly went all the way over to Rutherford to try and pick up some Super Bowl legits, only to discover that they were all, or pretty much all, 100,000 UPX upwards. And so I bought one because I'd gone all that way and felt like I should buy one. And now I'm kind of regretting it because they still haven't been delivered.
Oh, no.
And having looked over there this morning, there's still a whole bunch for sale. So I'm not sure quite whether that was going to be a good investment or not, but it's done now. So we'll see how that goes. But in general, the NFLPA stuff's been changing hands at a fairly steady pace, as expected. Chiefs things and in particular have been popular. But again, nothing too crazy going on there. I think that'll probably all quieten down now until the next season, and then hopefully there'll be some new challenges and things related to the legits once the next football season begins. And then I'm also just going to cover off a bit on cars because, as you guys probably know, I was one of the lucky ones who got a second MetaVenture and also have a car showroom. They're not really useful MetaVentures at the moment because there's no ability for players to directly list their vehicles. So most of the car showroom owners are not really achieving anything, but it's nevertheless nice to have been selected. So I've just been acquiring. But for anyone who's looking to pick up cars, there's still quite a lot of stuff out there, both in the showrooms and through Discord channels, where you can pick them up for under mint if you're willing to pay in US dollars. And I've noticed the UPX side of things, sales are creeping up the last couple of weeks. So I think the market is about the bottom for cars, and hopefully with the improved racing situation and everything else, which Dak will cover off later, we'll see a little bit of a tick up. So fingers crossed there. And that is all I have to report this week, unless anybody has any questions.
I'll just say, well, Cheese, do you want to say what you just said in chat?
Yeah, like some projects, if they have a sale and they'll have a certain amount of time when the sale is live, if there's leftover after that specifically dated time, they'll burn the rest so that those who did purchase will have will keep the value and there's no like stragglers.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, that should be something.
Yeah, it adds a extra FOMO layer too to it all. So
yeah, that's true.
I'll just say if you get line on a yellow S1E for UPX, I'm in the market for one of those. So.
All right, if anything comes my way, I'll let you know.
Cheers. And I will say, I just had a look. TB 125 has just secured himself 13,600 UPX bonus for gobbling up 2 gnomes at 30 Aqua Vista Way, Midtown Terrace. Thank you for that.
Yeah, if you're going to do a little shopping, it'll pay for my flight home.
Yeah, nicely. Good job, mate. All right. I don't know I don't know if Dak's in yet, is he? I don't believe he is. I had a quick look through.
No, I sent him a thingy. All
right, we'll take it on over to the lads for the NFT news, and we'll see if Dak drops in on the way. Over to you, boys.
Howdy.
Howdy. That was random, as the cool kids say.
Yeah.
Well, I got cows and stuff out here.
Nice.
You sound like you do.
So anyway, I did want to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, buddy.
Sure.
Yeah. And welcome to episode 22 of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I got a little bit of the wax on, wax off in there.
Very
Sorry,
nice.
go ahead. Sorry.
We had that Funko Nicktoons Series 2 drop, and that's going to be earlier today. We talked about it last week. So we got the Rugrats, Rocco's Modern Life, to name a couple. So you can now start getting some of your childhood faves and maybe make a run for that royalty Reptar Freddy Funko. that's a physical pop.
All right. Yeah, I
Aw.
literally just joined the queue right now. And I'm excited about the Reptar royalty thing. Maybe I can get one of those. I love Reptar and Tommy Pickles and that whole crew. Okay. So today it's Valentine's Day, obviously. So we're kind of doing an AI night, kind of mellow version. But we are going to do a draw for our NFT, the Sean Daddy glass piece. And the people who bought them have a really great chance to get them, actually, because yeah, the numbers are low. And so I'm excited to see who gets it. Yeah, and so I know it's Valentine's Day, so I got a hot date with a wheel tonight. Best date I've had in a while. So
That's kind of sad and cool at the same time.
So our buddy Left House, he returns and has a token drop at 21:20 UTC. So that's 1:20 p.m. PT. And we got to support our Left House since he's an Upland player also. So I don't know much about the drop. There isn't anything listed, but there's something coming out.
yeah, I'll just mention something else about that. I bought his stuff because he's got a movie. That rabbit hole thing that's on the screen is actually a movie he made. But I haven't seen it yet, because with the NFTs you only get like a couple of views, and I just haven't had a chance to really focus. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is ordinals. So this is not a wax drop or really a drop at all technically, but we're trying to keep everyone abreast of the latest and greatest in the world of NFTs. So Rob and I would be remiss to leave out the ordinals. This conversation that's happening right now. Here's a little description of it from a journalist. While there's a more in-depth explanation in their white paper thing, and that's going to be included in the video. So what are ordinals? Ordinals are a numbering scheme for Satoshis that allow tracking and transferring individual sats. These numbers are called ordinal numbers. Satoshis are numbered in the order in which they're mined and transferred from transaction inputs to transaction outputs, first in, first out. Both the numbering scheme and the transfer scheme rely on order. The numbering scheme on the order in which Satoshis are mined, and the transfer scheme on the order of transaction inputs and outputs. Kind of confusing, but thus the name ordinals. Using ordinals' ability to identify and tag individual Satoshis, the protocol then allows users to connect that Satoshi to a digital file and broadcast it to the Bitcoin blockchain. This was accomplished using a loophole from the Taproot upgrade in 2021, which enabled practically unlimited storage using opcodes. A lot of confusing stuff here, but basically ordinals are crazy popular, and about 20,000 have been minted in the last 48 hours. While there are under 100,000 of them total at this point, I think it's up to like 78,000 or something. So it's really at the very beginning of this. It's a new tech, new NFT. And when I think of NFTs, I think of like the immutability and the almost like eternal aspect of the blockchain. So I can't think of a better chain that has more potential to last forever. So to emblazon your artwork, your words, or ideas on Bitcoin seems like the best move if you want your creations to remain long after you pass.
Nice. That's interesting. So Tales of the Crypto are holding their Valentine's Day blend, and that's going to be at 20 UTC, 12 noon PT today. And you'll be able to blend your love envelope into a special secret admirer card. And there's three variations. You got a common, Charles Manson, an uncommon, Jeffrey Dahmer, and a rare, Jack the Ripper. And of course, they're not named that, but it's a variation. So anyone holding a rare Jack the Ripper by Sunday at 2100 at 1 p.m. PT on the 19th will receive a special bleeding heart NFT in their wallet. So that's pretty much a perfect Valentine's gift for your significant. in my opinion.
All right. So Boneheads. So Boneheads, there's a drop at 21:44 UTC or 1:44 California time or 4:44 East Coast time. And that's because Robert Bone is an NYC-based creator who we covered last week in his collaboration with Marcus. This guy's awesome, and he's always playing and trading with his community. He does all these weird secret drops and blends, and he'll trade any of his old heads for new ones, and he burns the items traded. So the collection is constantly increasing in rarity and becoming more valuable. His drops tend to be a race to who can click fast with fast internet, but I recommend giving it a shot as his work is amazing and he has a lot of integrity and creativity. And as I mentioned last time, he has work on Adult Swim, HBO, and Fox, so he is a well-established creator and shows no signs of ceasing his prolific output.
Yeah, I've been loving those Boneheads, and I've been buying quite a bit of those lately.
Nice. Okay, and we can't forget about Catterday. We have a cat drop at 11 a.m. California time. It's a mystery cat. Ooh, exciting. Felining the love.
That's going to wrap it up before this episode.
All
right.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. We just want to say we hope you all fall in love or get to spend your Valentine's Day with a loved one or eat some chocolate, enough chocolate to choke a horse, something along those lines.
Butter stuff. Poor Buttercup. Remember that from Half Baked? Butternuts.
I'm going to do all three of those.
Nice. Get it, Rob.
All right, thank you for that. My laptop almost had a stroke halfway through that, trying to pull up one of those graphics. Sorry about that.
Thank you, guys.
All right, did we get the DAC man in? Did anyone see him jump in? Let's have a look. Where's the DAC man? All right, you might not be able to make it today.
DAC man.
So unless anybody else has something about cars on their mind, we shall move on, skis. All right, we'll see. He might jump in a bit later on. For Wine and Cheese this week, last week in episode 71, we caught up on the latest Upland news, of course. We oohed and ahed at Ready Player Me and our 3D avatars, and then we dived into the SEC's crackdown on Kraken. Microsoft doing a huge "you're fired" rampage. There was some geographical love-hate relationships in the metaverse. We looked into that. Nokia's boozing it up with aircraft technicians, and Hermes won a landmark lawsuit over some knockoff NFTs. That probably has some widespread implications, that one. And then, of course, we also looked at some crypto markets, so check that one out. We might be into some more guests for the next couple of weeks. We'll see how that pan out. Anything else been happening in the MBE this week, Cheese? I saw you finished off the Lisette NFT.
Yes, and oh my God, so many people completed the challenge. Usually if you don't see anything that there's a challenge in there, I love it when people poke me and like, what's the challenge? I didn't see it. It's usually me just trying to get you to watch the damn episode and then poke me anyway. Just leave a comment in the YouTube. Of course it's over, but a good 20 something people completed the challenge. So that's really cool.
Nicely done.
Yeah. And there is going to be a Wine and Cheese Valentine's NFT coming out. It's going to be in a few hours. I didn't want to show anybody just yet, but yeah, stay tuned for that.
Ooh, yeah. What last year? What was it? It was us gobbling up a heart or something, wasn't it? Was that one?
Gosh, I don't know. I think maybe it was.
Yes, the years are just flying by here.
They really are. Like, I don't even know if there was a second one, but from what I remember, that was it.
I think so. Absolutely. All right, in Samurai Aquatics and Decor news, we have started working on a second 10-piece outdoor decor set. No further info on that yet. However, we'll likely post some info about it in the Samurai Aquatics Discord servers, VIP and sneak peek channels for feedback sometime in the next few days. It's going to be very different to what we've put out before, but kind of very different, but there will be some familiarity there as well. We'll wait and see. And of course, we still have, I think we've got 9 items still waiting to be approved. I do know that Jennifer has been away for a while. She's since back in action. So hopefully we see some movement on that sometime soon. We are still looking to tentatively test out some bulk wholesale deals with other decor showrooms. So if you're an approved outdoor decor Metaventure showroom, or if that's something you're interested in applying for, when they open that up a bit further, send me a DM and we can start having some conversations. We just had about 35 of the portable pools added to the showroom, and next up is a big load of outdoor grills. So yeah, jump on over to 30 Aqua Vista Way to check out what's currently in stock. One of the week this week, I put this down real quick before we kicked off. I just put down the UGC structure ornaments roller coaster. They were delivered, they weren't delivered. I had 2 in my inventory list, and then 1 disappeared, and then I had 1. And I will say that this morning when I woke up and turned the app on, the 2 that I was missing did arrive. Well, the 3 that I was missing did arrive. So anybody else have a wine? No. It's a wine-free zone. Everything's
I have
glorious.
wines, but not for here.
Yeah, you never go public with your wines.
Or private.
Wine of the week for Nubex was Cupid Treasure Hunt announcement. Oh, care to expand? Was it because it wasn't in the city you're in? Don't know. All right, win of the week. I put this down as DTech going bonkers, buying up the secondary to help decorate Midtown Terrace with the UGC structure ornaments. I just keep getting DMs. Hey, I've got some more. Do you want to do a swap to put some more up? And I was like, oh, okay. So yes, DTech's blowing all these uppies, making deals. And another one I put down for a win. This is a personal one. Is Chicago sales. Holy moly! I don't know if there's still some big moves going on in Chicago, but I think I did 130 sales yesterday. I did another 30 or so this morning. Basically, as fast as I can list Chicago properties on the floor, they're getting gobbled up. Driving my wife absolutely bananas as my phone's going bing, bing, bing. And I'm going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So don't know what's going there, but I'll take it. I think I've dropped maybe 800 properties. And only about 2,000 more to go in Chicago. So
Very good, very good. And Pasta mentions the 4th round of Cali Rose 08 benefit auction is now live in Ornament Attics. 14 ornaments donated by the community are up for grabs.
Oh,
so
nice.
check
Yes.
that out.
I did see that DM come through just before we kicked off. Thank you for that, Pasta. And where are we up to next? UDU nodes update. Anything in particular going down in Bronxdale this week, Chase?
I'm doing I have my spark staked in an apartment. I know Dub has put some in there, which is really awesome of him. Thank you for that. It still has quite a few days to go though. So if anybody is looking to put their spark somewhere, they haven't got anywhere. It's 6 days right now. We could cut it down in half. That would be great. So I could put more spark on someone else.
Nice. And I'll probably throw, if Musita's still in, I'll throw to you in a second, mate, if you're there. For Midtown Terrace, we were at 83.9% last week. We rounded off to 84% this week. Before, what have I got there? Note about neighborhood collection. So I think we'll see what Musita has to say, if anything, before we dive into that. For other UDU news, my contract with UCC to get all of my school district United builds completed in Oakland is well underway. And I've also received the quote for the completion of my Strutwood node properties, which I will follow on directly with after school gets wrapped up. Speaking of Strutwood, Nisita, did you
Yep.
want to give us an idea of what's going down in Strutwood?
We are going big.
Going big.
we yeah, I think we reached 50% of completed buildings and something, let me check, something around almost 60% of built plus ongoing properties right now. So around almost 80 properties with a building
Wow.
on 150 total. So it's good. We have a large showroom, a large factory, a medium showroom, a small factory. So we have Spark Exchange in there now. So yeah, like keep going.
Nice. I'm looking forward to getting mine built and adding to those stats. Should be probably
Nice.
within 2 weeks, I would imagine, hopefully.
Good. I'm going to start two more
Nice.
next week. So keep
All right.
going.
Thank you for that, mate. And thanks again to the UCC for working with me to get some stuff done up. Now, I
Nice.
mentioned that we're going to touch on neighborhood nodes, things like that. There's been a bit of debate in Upland General. I think it was the other night. I believe it was Bocchio, Finsky, Des Jack. We're having a bit of a conversation there around, kind of cautioning people not to go too deep into node projects, because we don't know how all of this is going to play out. There was some suggestions put forward as to what they could possibly do. And Jack was good. She reminded everybody that all of this is just based on speculation, mostly from players, not Upland's words. So she says, yeah, we need to be careful as well. Absolutely. That's something we've been saying since UDU started, since we first, made public our whole node concept. And that was, we have no idea where this is going, what's going to happen. We're just playing with the information that we have. We have since seen that some of the information that has come to light as far as the collection spawning is going to be in some way tied to how neighborhoods develop further, where if you look at node projects like Midtown Terrace, it's pretty much at the max of what we can do with that. We're at 84%. As I said, I think our goal for the entire year will be to get to 85% because we're really at the back end tail of what we can do there. Yeah, we don't know how it's going to play. We don't know if you're going to need, if you are lucky enough that your neighborhood node spawns a collection, do you only need one property for that to get the boost? Do you need 3 like the typical collections? I would assume that's going to be the case, but you know what happens when you assume too much. So yeah, we just don't know. It may very well be that a lot of these old neighborhood node projects will not be in a position to make full use of like the upgrade to limited rare status because we just don't have the capability in there. And we also kind of suffer from our own success in a way that when UDU first started, we were encouraging all of our members to start other projects, to build their own nodes, to spread out. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that goes if the neighborhood collection spawning is heavily tied to how many residents are in the particular neighborhood. Like imagine that, I don't know, maybe they set the bar as you got to have 100 residents or something like that. That's going to throw everything all out of whack. So we just don't know. Anybody want to chime in on that? Neighborhood collection spawnings? It's down for Q1 2023.
I kind of feel like since you started Midtown Terrace and we kind of went from there, it has evolved into more things. I personally like that people are going out and building nodes and whatnot. And if they don't have that sort of in their back pocket, they have other stuff. Like look at what Elijah's done.
Yeah.
Look at what, like other people are doing with their level 2. It's just like, you don't have to only depend on neighborhood ratings to have a node. Like there's so many other things out there, so many other things that you can personally create yourself and even eventually kind of like, make money off of in the future. Sky's the limit. You don't like, just don't go into something just because of A. Think of B, C, D, and E.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a very good point. Like when we first kicked off with it, collection spawning was one of the main goals, but it wasn't the only goal. And yeah, the whole situation has evolved further. So, we've got things now with the URL and races and this, that, and the other thing. I guess one of the biggest things is that it keeps players engaged. I mean, there's a significant value tied to that alone. So we'll just have to wait and see. It may very well be that node projects like Portage Park, because of their size, they have a much higher advantage, even though their stats are quite low compared to everyone else's because there's so many properties. Or it might be that other projects like Monero, because they're young, they're quite young in their development, but they have significant development progress and a lot of stuff going on. Maybe they'll be at the forefront to lead the way. We just don't know. It's going to be interesting. As Cheese mentioned, though, yeah, just don't put all your eggs in one basket. I just see a lot of people getting wildly butthurt when we eventually do get the information, and it's no matter what they do, it's not going to please everybody and work in with what everybody's done. So just going to have to take some deep breaths. And DTech said in chat, I hate that neighborhood rating relies a lot on the size of the node. Yeah, that aspect's going to be very interesting too. What's the cutoff? You're going to have like Nubex is that damn project where I believe they've got all but one of their properties built out. That's a very small neighborhood, but they're doing a lot of stuff there. There's other neighborhoods where they've only got 100 properties and they're full on decked out as well. We just don't know. What's Umbrella Boy said here? Pure speculation. Rancho Park effect is causing a delay in neighborhood ratings. How can you possibly compare that to any other neighborhood? Yeah, well, that's a good example too. That's extreme end. I mean, I guess Midtown Terrace is kind of in the midway between that. If you look at what else have we got there? Century Heights, Mexican Town, Monero, places like that. They have a lot of newer sort of people in there doing a lot of work. Now, where Midtown Terrace is a very old neighborhood project, node development, where I own most of the properties and myself as the node manager, I'm going to hold on to those for the life of the project. And Rancho Park's even further at the extreme there, where Abdullah owns the vast majority of that, and he's doing all of the development there. So how many official neighborhood residents is Midtown Terrace going to be able to have? Well, not many. How many is Rancho Park going to be able to have? Probably even fewer, unless they implement a rental system or something like that. Yeah. No matter what, it's not going to be boring. So, yeah. Anybody else? No. Fisher said, I said it the best, the interaction and creation of interesting groups around a node almost makes it self-fulfilling. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be one of the main motivations, I think. All right, that might be enough for that. The code phrase for this week's 1 million UpX wheels is, what is dead may never die. Code phrase is, what is dead may never die. And for a 5,000 pop quiz, can you complete the saying? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No Game of Thrones fans in the house?
I am. I know that's the guy who lost his wiener. But I don't remember the last bits of it.
The Greyjoys. Yes. What is dead may never die, but rises harder and stronger. Rises again.
Not
harder.
for him.
Not for him. Oh,
he ain't gonna rise first.
Boom. Boom. That is too funny. Oh, chat's going off. OMG. Reek. Yes. All right. We've touched on the neighborhood development. Carnival sales. Yeah, the UGC and partner sales. Now, I did mention this is going to get a little bit greasy. I guess it depends how you look at it. Now, there was somebody in the Portage Park server. Let me, if I can find that. where was that? There was some wanker in the Portage Park server the other day who said, it seems like Upland took notice of the general dissatisfaction of the low number of UGC ornaments and adjusted the prices on the bundles to maintain the same income while reducing the supply. And that would be my tinfoil hat version, is what they said. And they've gone on to say the flip side of that would be they're just trying something different as planned. And if you're wondering who that wanker was, well, that was me.
you.
The biggest wanker of all. Yes. So basically what I'm saying there is have Upland taken notice that the community got their nose pretty much out of joint that the supply on the UGC ornaments was so low, and they've thought, oh, hang on a minute, if we go and release thousands here, that's only going to add fuel to the fire. But they have a partnership with Mangueira, and obviously there would be some kind of, target income associated with that when they do the sellout. So I'm wondering if they adjusted the numbers to suit.
Well, I could play devil advocates on this.
Yep.
So in my take on this is we're lucky we even had a UGC, to be honest. Like, they didn't even have to give us that. They have this partnership with Mangueira, and they didn't really even have to put it out to the public. Like, the fact that they did, and the fact that they did give us the chance to create stuff as however faulty it was, because they left a lot of great ornaments out.
Yep.
I feel like it was great that they even gave us a chance. It's kind of like they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't.
Yep.
Whenever they do anything. And I just don't want this to prevent them from doing this again. Let's say they team up with someone else and they're like, you know what, they complained so much, we're just not going to give them a chance to do UGC at all.
Yep. Well,
sort of thing.
We know they're kind of heading in the direction. We know that ornaments, secondary sale ornament meta ventures are on the way. I would assume that, I think I might have mentioned this last week, I would assume that factories that are going to be producing structure ornaments are on the way as well at some stage. So even though it was a bit of a kerfuffle, a lot of stuff came to light with the submission process for that. There was a lot of lessons learned from the community, from Upland themselves. So ultimately, it'll all pan out to be a positive thing. If we just we'll look at a couple of these. So in the UGC ornaments we had for the apartments, there was 100 available. And for the Mangueira sale, there's 320 available. The prices for the UGC was 20,000 UPEX, and for the Mangueira one, it's 60,000. But keep in mind, that's a bundle that includes, block explorers and whatever else, isn't it? It's not just the structure ornament itself. You're buying a bundle there, right? Or am I talking completely out of my ass? Yes. Yeah. So that's different as well. Yeah. When you look at the sticker price on there and you go 60,000 UPEX, holy crap. But yeah, there's a bit more to the story. So if what do we got? 320 for apartments.
Sorry.
320 for the fancy houses, 500 for the ranch house. Let's compare that one. The townhouses my God, this graphic on the left is so bad. Can't even read it. The townhouse one was 300 for 10,000. For the Mangueira sale, we've got 500 for 30,000. So yeah, they did bump up the numbers a little bit.
Look at my heart donut.
Oh, love stuff. Vomit.
It's food though. Food is great. I prefer food over flowers.
Food. All right. Yes, that's, I don't know. The prices are a bit whoa, but maybe that will help it not sell out as fast. Or do you think we're still in for a quick sellout?
I think Musita said it best when he said that, it's a limited thing. It's they're not going to do this again next year. It'll be different. They can't do the same thing. So I think it's something that is worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you could kind of talk me into it. I will set the alarm and I'll see what I go. I just get so shafted by those queues. Maybe I'll set my alarm for 20 minutes after it all starts. That might be a good compromise. 20 or 30 minutes afterwards. Yes.
Why? Then that means you have to wake up even later if you go to bed. Or you have to stay up longer.
No, I'm not staying up till midnight. Holy crap. My bedtime's like 8:30.
Jesus, old man.
Well, I get up at mofo AM.
I
So
know.
yeah.
And you have 3 kids.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So yeah, on the surface, it may appear to be very greasy, but I think if you dive into the details, yeah, there's maybe just a touch of grease there. Just a little slathering.
I mean, it depends on how you see it. I'm still grateful that, D-Tech was able to get as many of his things out there. People saw how amazing they are. And I just hope that they do it going forward, don't get them, don't be too greasy to them, Ben.
Yes.
You
No.
yourself.
No, I was more reflecting what the general vibe is in the community, more so than my own direct opinion. Goldsmith has said in chat, the whole truth is more likely that Upland intentionally set supplies for UGC low in order to leave room for Mangueira ornaments in the liquidity market. Yeah, absolutely. The pricing for Mangueira has likely been set for weeks. Yep. And valuation for block explorers, yeah, depends on total mint quantity. 800-ish block explorer of each theme with a rarity hit on more rare block explorers. I expect to sell out. It may not be instant, but there is room in the liquidity market. Yeah, there's lots of UPEX floating about. Absolutely. So yeah, keep in mind, hang on, let me follow up. Oh, that's an interesting one too, Shaq. Are you able to outline that? That was something new that we haven't seen before.
Oh, just in the announcement, they said that the mint numbers will not be random. They will be sequential. So the first to buy will get the first mint.
Yes, absolutely. That is a different kind of mode of delivery. What do you think about that, Cheezels?
I kind of like random.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm open to changes and different things, evolve and adapt, yada, yada.
Yeah, and Mercedes reminded us that every year they will have a new theme with brand new costumes. And yeah, it may be that other summer schools get involved as well. So it might be just a little sneaky picky at what's to come. And Mercedes said, by the way, the parade that Mangueira is on is a competition. They vote for a lot of the things like music themed costumes. Maybe we are buying this year's champion costumes for our structures. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
never know. Yes, so yeah, keep in mind, one of the hardest things in Upland is to maintain some kind of liquidity balance. Yeah, we do have the Mangueira sales. There is, there's at least the hint out there that Sao Paulo might be coming up next. We expect car sales are coming up as well. So there's always something else to spend your UPEX on. Speaking of Sao Paulo, now a bit of this leaked out. Now I did go around and I found, let me see if I can pull it up. Is it this one? Yes. So if you do a bit of a clickety clacking around, you will find that there is a release in Portuguese that confirms, well, it seems to say that Upland confirms Sao Paulo coming to the Metaverse during the festival. And now I did go over and do some Google Translate. And basically, yeah, it says that may be the case, that Sao Paulo is on the horizon. Oh, now it hasn't translated. Oh, well.
I can't translate.
Oh, thank you, Miss Ida.
Yeah, it's saying that for the birthday of a city, I don't know how to say, but was a birthday of the city, and they give the news as a present for the city. Oh, you are going to release São Paulo in the Metaverse, but they didn't say any dates. But that's the news. São Paulo is coming.
Nice.
Oh, look, in the bottom, the second, we are going to launch the city of Sao Paulo very soon in the biggest metaverse at the moment, which is Upland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
The translation did kick in there. So it would make sense that happens sooner rather than later with everything that's going on. But yeah, obviously we don't know. I've parked myself in Brazil at the moment. I'm in Rio de Janeiro, just popping around. I was there to gobble up all those gnomes, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to hang around here and just wait and see. Yeah, in case they maybe they're going to do an extension on Buenos Aires and it's a quick flight over. So Yes, and Nubix has said Auckland and Sydney also likely to launch this summer because of the World Cup. Yep, absolutely. So yeah, save some UPEX if you can. All right, now at the start of the show, and when I referred to cheeses, I was talking about property resurrections. Did you see this through the week, Cheese? Did you catch wind of this?
Where is it? Oh, I
Didn't
thought you
hear
were going to
anything
show
about
me
this?
something.
No, I was just asking if this was something that popped up on your radar.
Say it again.
That properties there is a pathway now for properties to be resurrected from the dead.
Yeah, I heard something about it, but I would love to hear some more.
All right, I will bring it up. Now, this happened in Upland General, and it was all public, so I should be at liberty to share this. This was a conversation between Pickle, I believe Nubex might have been involved as well. So here we've got Pickle said, this sounds like excellent news. This was in reply to Squall Muzzer, who mentioned it. And Pickle clarified, he asked, are you saying that deleted players' properties are not gone, that they are actually returned to Upland's possession to be reinserted at a later date? And Squall Muzzle replied, yeah, this turns out to be the case. He wasn't aware of it before. And yeah, Pickle has said, this is really good news. This is the first really good news I've heard in a long time. Yeah, it was Nubex who chimed in. And Nubex has said, I sure hope we can get a clear date on when they release those properties so actual players can benefit. Squall Muzzer replied saying, I think the current thinking is that they would be drip fed over time rather than all released as a chunk, and they would be without real notice so anyone has the chance to stumble across them, but that's all subject to change.
Now,
So
he said not jailed, deleted.
Yes, so this is not from jailed properties. We're not, if you go to jail, they're not going to essentially steal your properties out and sell them from under you. These are people who have pressed the account deletion button. Now there was, I don't know if I'm at liberty to share the next bit publicly, but I will mention it without mentioning names. There was some chat go on in the UDU server, and there was mentioned there that it's interesting to see how things goes. There are some players, keep in mind, there are some players that stole properties. They hacked accounts, they stole properties. Scooby is somebody who was involved in this. What happens there where an account that has stolen properties has then gone on to delete their account. Now, these properties were stolen from somebody. These people have reported these properties as stolen from them to Upland. Are they going to track that and then work with them to get them back to those affected players? Or are they just going to put those on the market and then anybody can gobble them up? That's not cool. I think that's, I hope they do something.
How was he hacked? He was actually like, they stole his password?
It was something like that. Yeah, remember, this is going back quite a while now.
Wow.
Where's the name? Higglytown. Yeah. Higglytown hacked Upland accounts and funneled a whole bunch of properties. Yep. So yeah, the question is Upland, once those properties are available to come back into the market, are they going to work with those affected players, or are they just going to put them straight up for minting again? That's kind of tricky.
Scary. Yeah.
But it is sorry, finish your thought.
Oh no, I was going to say, if it was legit hacked, then they should definitely try to find a way to get that back.
Umbrella Boy said, yeah, it was a phishing thing. Yeah. Yes. And yeah, somebody else mentioned that too. Like a big pile of properties disappeared in the Bronx this week. Did you notice anything in Bronx-style cheese? I forgot to ask you about that.
No, let me see. Oh my God.
So yeah, keep in mind that if people press that delete my account button, that essentially hides their properties from the map. And there's a weird aspect where you can still find them in the in places like upxland.me. You can still find their properties in the data, and it ruins the floors on a lot of these. There are some properties that show up in the for sale stats that if you go to that property, it's not there because the account has been deleted. So that's perpetually holding the floor down. Goldsmith has said, it's important to note, part of the way Upland is going to deal with multi-accounts is to delete multi-accounts, potentially taking jailed multi-account properties and putting them back on the market. Yeah. Yes, so that's a tricky one, especially if you're talking about hacked or stolen properties or sniped properties.
I don't notice anything,
Okay.
so that's good.
Now there was a few other things there. Oh yeah, it's important to have this in place. It's part of that conversation outlined. Yeah, imagine like a player. I won't put that player on blast. I'll use myself instead. So imagine like I had a hissy fit. I'm sick of whining. I'm rage quitting. I'm going full on FUD mode, and I say, bugger this. I'm out of here. And I press the delete button. Well, what happens to Midtown Terrace? 40% of the properties just disappear from the map. So yeah, I think it's very good that there is some kind of system like this is in place. Yes.
Yeah. It would have took care of the whole Envenom thing.
Yep. Now, somebody else followed up in UDU to say, I think the key thing with deleted accounts is, meaning they assume there is a process of transferring over EOS blockchain assets of Upland assets back to Upland. What I mean is, I don't think that clicking delete account just causes boom, presto, account gone. EOS blockchain assets of Upland no longer with player. Delete account button probably just alerts Upland support to delete the account, in which case there is a request Upland makes for player to transfer back assets. If they don't hear back, and then all they do is just hide the props in the game. Because of true ownership, Upland cannot simply repossess properties unless a player transfers them back to Upland. I don't know if that's the case. It might be like some of those wax blockchain phishing scams, or OpenSea, where people get tricked into clicking a link and then they automatically transfer all of their NFTs to this third party. Well, maybe when you click that delete account button, maybe when you press that button, you are signing the transaction that hands over all your blockchain assets. I guess we just don't know how it's going to play out, but yeah, I think fundamentally the core functionality that's been put there is a good one and is a positive one moving forward. A few head nods. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially like if you're a node project and you know that there's properties that have disappeared off your map, you're going to want to keep an eye on that. So, and I believe some people did something similar in Lasai, in that city where the FIFA stadium was, and that some properties just suddenly became mintable, and they happened to be in the right place at the right time and gobbled them up. So you never know. There's always treasure out and about if you're willing to put the time in and keep track of things. All right, how are we going for time? We're running a bit long here. All right, competition and prize details for last week's weekly challenge was post a gnome selfie taken from somewhere in Upland, and we were going to double the prize if you added an accompanying short story to the shot. And your name comes up on the wheel, 1,000 UPX for every entry. Now, let's see. I wonder if Wheel of Names is going to play nice today. Let me close some tabs. It may do. And no, it hasn't. Fantastic. And in that case, let me open it up. And I don't believe we have Jazzy Jazz in today too, so we're going to have to do the, what do you call it? Dictation. All right, let me press this button. Weekly challenge. All right. Oh, and it worked instantaneously. Amazing. I don't have to have a meltdown this week, even though Cheese likes those. All right. Let's see here. So we had Laban, Keeping Cool, Trendy Prop, Maui, Kevin Loader, and Kachow. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin let me know that there was a couple of extra entries in the UDU contest channel, so I put those in. Double prize was for these 4 people did the extra step with a bit of a story related to their selfie. So let's see who's going to get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's either 6,000 UPX or 12,000. Ben has got it. 6,000 UPX on the way for you. Well done. All right, so that was last week's weekly challenge. This week's weekly challenge is, let us know in the YouTube comments or in the contest channel in the MB server, what is the #1 property you wish could be resurrected into your account and why? What is the #1 property you wish could be resurrected into your account and why? Again, 1,000 UPX for every entry, up to a maximum of 20,000. This week's QIPS, we're going to blast through these. If you don't remember, QIPS stands for questions, insights, provocations, and statements. We're running out of those. I've got a few of Finsky's left to touch on. But yeah, pretty easy to get some 5,000 UPX here. So there is a link to the Google form in the description. You can submit your quip anonymously, but if you include your Upland in-game name and we use it, I'll send you 5,000 UPX. And speaking of that, this week's quips was sent to us by CernS4, who asks, will the biggest players, e.g. the whales of Upland, or new players, either the growth of new players or lack thereof, make the biggest splash in 2023? 2023, what do you think? The year of the whales or the year of the newbies?
Chunky dolphins.
Bloated dolphins. Bloated dolphins.
I like chunky.
Chunky, yeah.
Chunky. Not chunky, chunky.
Chunky?
CHONKEY. Like what you would call a cat. Chunky.
You don't want to know what I call cats. Yes.
Kill you.
No, let's call cats very quiet. What do we think, people? 2023, the year of the whales or the year of the newbies? Goldsmith says, I hope mass adoption year, baby. Yeah. Yes, Simone said, I hope the newbies. I hope so too. Whales have had their day, even though there's one true whale that's in Upland and a few bloated dolphins around.
I mean, if you want to be a newbie and you get anywhere, the only thing I could tell you is networking. That's it.
Yes.
Like you can't get anything for free.
Oh, well, that's a perfect segue. If you are a newbie and you want to get involved, please don't spam people in the new chat function in game. I think I had 6 DMs. Hey, I see you've got a big account. Can I have some UPX? What? Maybe. I don't know. Should you have some UPX? Certainly not if that's all you've got to say for yourself. Yeah, it's kind of getting a bit out of control. And yeah, you got to be careful. Like I have done this previously where I've been in Upland General at a certain time of the night, my time, and somebody saying, oh, I'm this close to leveling up, and I'll just send them 6,000 UPX or whatever it is. But as we have seen now with the rampant jailings that are involved, you could be helping somebody out, but you're essentially buying yourself a ticket to Alcatraz. I mean, obviously it'll be fixed up in the back end, but yeah, you just never know. So just be careful.
I haven't had a newbie beg me for, but I don't really read my messages. I never know if I have any. No, I don't have any. No one loves me.
There you go. Jump into Cheese's messages and shake it down for some UPX. Yeah.
You know what? I like to use opportunities like that to give opportunities and say, come on over to the MVE. There's contests you could do for free and win some free UPX. And that's how you get new players to like come into the MVE, Ben. You don't have to yell at them.
Oh, I'm not yelling at them. Basically, I've just been redirecting them to, which is weird. Like we have Discord. Discord is established. They're trying to establish the in-game chat. I've been pushing people back to Discord and say, look, there's tons of new projects. You're much better off getting together with a bunch of people who are in a similar situation to you and, working together. Yeah. Freebie handouts, maybe if there's a good enough reason. But yeah, just be aware if you are going to pursue that path, you may be, like I said, buying yourself a first-class ticket to Alcatraz.
Come talk to me. I'll set you up.
What do you
I'm not going
always
to give
say?
you free money, but I'll teach you how to fish.
That's right. What do you always say, Cheese? No good deed goes unpunished, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've come to just take that as my life. So I've come to accept it. My good deeds go unpunished all the time.
Yes. All right. I think that brings us up towards the back end of the show. Cheese, are you right to do some dictation?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can give away this 1 million UPX. This is going to reload.
We have.
Hang on, I got to pull up the other wheel. Oh, we didn't get Dak in before I move on and I get in trouble.
No, I don't see
Okay. We'll follow up with Dak on the back end. Did you play around with any more racing?
Me, no, so busy, too busy.
Too busy. All right.
I don't even have time for DAC. Like, and I have to make time because we have that project we're doing.
Yes. All right, I'm good to go, Cheese. Hit me with it. Who we got?
All right, we have Shelter, we have FN,
FN.
we
Yep.
have Finsky.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
I'm typing and it's not going in. Shelter. Now, people. Oh, what is happening? There we
People,
go. Shelter.
please buy these gnomes so he could get some new
FN.
computer.
Finsky. Did I miss anybody?
Pasta.
Fin. Now these, I'm gonna butcher all of these spellings or whatnot. Yep.
That's
Pasta.
all right. Ka-chow,
Ka-chow. I know how to spell that. Yep.
koi,
The fish.
yeah, Laban,
Laban.
Maui,
I'll spell this one wrong. Maybe I got it. Yep.
Maui Wowie, Musita,
See that? Yep.
Rob,
Robbo.
Shacky Shack,
Shack Attack.
C Prado,
Yep.
Cernes.
Oh, Sonus is in. Well, did you answer your own question? What do you think? Year of the whales or the year of the newbies? Sonus, yep.
Mr. Joe,
Joe, yep.
TB125,
TB, yep.
Goldie Schmish,
Gold.
an umbrella.
Umbrella. Did I put you in? No, I didn't.
And oh wait,
Oh, D-Tech bounced, didn't he?
he did.
Jesus. All right, did we get everybody? Nobody's missing?
Rob's?
Yeah,
I said-
Robbo's there. He's there.
Wait, someone just came in.
Oh, who's that?
Christian Shelton, you're Shelter, right? Or not?
All right, I'll just bung another one in there. We'll see how we go. Chris. See how we go.
Yeah,
Hands
yeah,
over.
that is
Yes, that
Shelter.
is me.
That is Shelter.
All right. Let me X that out there. All right, let's see who's going to play and see if they remember what the code phrase was.
I don't even remember.
Oh, gosh. Look, it's going to be you, is it? No, it's ticked over. Ooh, effing Shelter. Effing, are you there, mate?
For the people.
Let's see if we can get 1 million UpX for the people.
Wait,
Effing Smoke, are you there?
let me get him.
Effing Smoke, are you there? Oh, look at Fish. Fish is helping you out. If you don't know what the code phrase is, check out chat. I don't know. We can't hold this forever, Cheese. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Oh,
6.
FN.
5, 4. I think this is twice that's happened, isn't it? 3, 2, 1.
FN smoke.
We're rolling again. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, Laban is going to follow up with his 6,000. Laban,
Yes.
are you there, Laban? I see a ding in chat, but I can't see it.
Yes, he is.
And do you remember what the code phrase is? All you got to do is copy and paste what Corey said. Yes, what is dead may never die, but rises again. What did I say? Harder and stronger. All right, Cheese, bring it up. Let's see if we can give Laban 1 million UpX to add to his 6,000 UpX.
All right. And then after this, Musita has a really cool image to share about SP.
Oh, awesome. Yep.
Let's
sounds
see.
good.
Where's my cowboy hat?
So I got 5,000 UpX for Sones, 6,000 for Laban, 25 for Finsky.
Oh, you need to enable it for me for share.
Oh, naughty, naughty. There's always something I
Let's
forget. There we go. You should be good to go.
Haha.
Effing got a phone call. Oh, no.
Oh, FN. All right, here we go. Let me expand this. Boop. All right, Laban, do you give me permission to spin it whenever I want to? Because
Yeah.
you're in chat.
He's got spin it in chat. Yes.
Okay. Let me see.
She's working on a strategy here. 25 chances at 25,000. Oh, it's come up one short. Look at that. But that is a decent price there. 5,000 UPX. Laban, don't discount that one. Do you want to bank that UPX, or are you willing to spin again? He wants that 1 million, baby. Good on you. All
right.
Let's
see.
So 3 chances at 50,000 on this wheel, but much higher chance that you're going to drop down.
Stop. I'm really
Ooh, it's
timing
ticking.
this right
Coming.
there. Like I'm
one
getting
short again.
one short.
500 UPX. I guess this is a no-brainer then.
All right, hold on.
Geez, might have a system here. Go. All right, we were one short on the 25,000 wheel. We're one short on the 50,000.
You can spin again. Go.
Is that a spin
Damn.
again? No.
Well, he gets another
250. He gets a mulligan. Yes. So that's 250 UPX. And gets a mulligan to spin again. And they do stack. He didn't pull off the 1 million, so he gets another shot.
So I did it there. If I do it here, it might work.
Let's go. And Mary said that would be a perfect Valentine gift for your wife. What, 1 million UPX?
Come on, baby. Oh.
Lap up the face. It's coming around. It's coming around. Are you shitting me? Whoa. Too short.
Oh my God, Laban, I'm so sorry.
Cheese I think you might be onto something here, Cheese.
I think I am.
So 500 UPX on the way for Laban adds to the already 6,000 UPX prize. Congratulations and well done. Cheese, you're going to get me sweating bullets. All right. What do you got, Masita?
Oh, just I don't know if you have idea about São Paulo, how big is the city. So I want to share Google Earth stuff. Where is it? Screen. Okay. You're gonna see a lot of things. My screen is.
I know Sao Paulo from 90 Day Fiance, from Paula, and I know it was so beautiful. So when I heard it, I was like, "Oh, I can't wait."
Oof.
Yeah, it's.
Wow.
Let me check here.
Yeah, that's massive.
So that's São Paulo.
That looks very impressive.
That is
Holy moly.
impressive.
That's a lot of buildings and big stuffs, and that's just this part of the. I think it has 99 neighborhoods, so it's big. It's just that this. What's this color? I forgot. The
Gray color.
Yeah, just this gray color. Just the middle is that part here.
Wow.
Wow.
So the rest of São Paulo is not there. So I have no idea what they're going to release now, but this is the cool part of São Paulo, this here, and also some here, this blue on the south is also very, very expensive.
Do you think it'll be like another LA?
I hope no. I hope not. They have to release a very small part of that. But it's big. São Paulo is very, very
huge.
big.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm hoping I'm pretty sure they've learned their lesson there as far as releasing hundreds of thousands of properties all at once. So
I hope not. just this part here is going to be huge already. So
Corey said 13 million people live there. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, 13. Yes, it's twice the size of the Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, mega city. So compared to Australia, where we've only got like 25 million in the whole country. Yeah, absolutely massive.
So we have a lot of buildings to buy.
Yes, well, looking at that, I would imagine the prices ain't going to be cheap in that central area.
It's not the central area, but it's near. The central is not that cool. It's something around here.
Yeah.
You have the most important road street here is Avenida Paulista. Is how do
Yes.
I turn this thing to the left? Here. This avenue here is very important. I think this is this.
I bet you our
Avenida
friend
Paulista.
Banana Man is working like a maniac to get his PDF put together.
So yeah, we just don't know which part of São Paulo they are going to release because it's so big. But that's it. That's São Paulo. this part of São Paulo here.
Nice.
Probably here is gonna be São Paulo.
Avenida Paulista, apparently.
Avenida Paulista.
Yes.
The people that born in São Paulo, they are called Paulista. So
Hey. And Fish has asked how much for properties in the favelas? 100 UPX?
yeah, we have a lot of favelas here too.
Yeah.
A lot.
Absolutely.
São Paulo's dangerous also.
Yes, yeah, I know. I think I mentioned in the One and Two show. Everything I learned about Sao Paulo, I learned from Sepultura.
It's the big band. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
The best drummer ever.
No, absolutely. Igor, that's his name, isn't it? Igor.
Yeah, something like
The old drummer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, thank you for that little insight. That is interesting, as I say.
No.
All right, we better get wrapped up here. Reminder that to go into the running for the 1 million UPX wheels, you need to be in the Zoom at the start of the show for the snapshot. You need to be paying attention in the middle of the show to catch a code word or phrase. And most importantly of all, you need to be here at the end when the wheels start rolling. If you have an Upland NFT or Metaverse product, service, or event to promote, opportunities are always available for sponsorship and engagement in the UDU podcast. And of course, that doesn't have to be like official sponsorship. If you've got something you want to talk about that's related to Upland or what you're doing within Upland, let us know. We're happy to help promote what you got going on. Contact myself or More Cheese to discuss and secure your spots. And please check out our sponsors, co-hosts, and other links in the description to help support them and the show. And don't forget to get yourself on over to 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace and gobble up some gnomes there, $19.99. That's after fees. And everybody that buys a gnome, I will send you 6,800 UPX as a thank you gift. Right. Like and subscribe, rate and review, spruik and spam, all of that good stuff. One more time, Cheese. Get us the hell out of here.
Before I do that, I just want to say everywhere that is interesting and amazing is always dangerous to visit. Take New York, where my grandma's from, Naples. So just keep that in mind. Don't take that and make it an opportunity, make it a non-opportunity to go visit somewhere great. Stay fresh, you freaking cheese bags.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up, and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating, and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz, and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.